a lot of people already there. Hi, Gabby, Chelsea, Diane. Cool. It's so good to see. Not to see, but to see your names here, right? Sarah, Line, Alien, Lisa. Many people I know already. Nice. Mary, Sue. Hi, Katie. Hi, Ryle. I hope I'm saying your name right. Ryle, I think so. Hi. Hi, Lisa. I'm inspired. It's so nice, isn't it? Like, I look at your names here. More, Riel, Riel, or Rail. Oh, cool. Nice. Good to know. It's such a good feeling. I'm here inspired at a very beautiful place. Real, real. Whoa, cool, Sue. I am in Germany and she is in Portland. Hey, really? Wow, Lisa, I will say, like, I lived in Eugene, Oregon. I studied at the University of Oregon there in Eugene. And Sue, I'm so glad that you're a biologist. And yeah. I really love Portland and Eugene. It was an amazing experience for me. I did my master's there. My name is Kelly Tavares. Thank you for joining this tour. I'm here hiking today in Niterói. It's another city, and I'm a tour guide in Rio de Janeiro. And I do a few things here in Niterói, not much. I still want to find out more places here. And what I did today, I came here to test out the Charles Darwin's paths in Rio de Janeiro. I don't know if you're aware of, but in the middle of the 1800s, Charles Darwin traveled throughout here, the Americas, and he passed through Rio de Janeiro. And actually, he passed around this region here, and we'll see one of the places where he passed by. And hi, Britty. Oh, cool, Lisa. You need to come back then. So it's a sound cool, and is the image good as well? Because what I did is I do and I guide. Oh, nice. I lead hikes here. Also, I do cultural tours because my background is in visual arts and education. But also, I'm specialized in natural landscapes to lead hikes in the city. And usually, for the most part, I lead hikes in the Tijuca forest. I will show you the mountain ranges right on my left side. And one thing that is my dream, like I always hike with a friend of mine, Renato, who is present here today. He's watching the soccer game there from the top. And I usually hike with Renato. And one of our dreams was like to be able to be broadcasting these hikes that we do here. But the problem is, what's the old problem of in natural landscapes? I'm gonna switch the camera just so you see the landscape while I'm giving this introduction. And soon I will be talking to you about these places where we are now. Connection, yes. You see, now, this is a beautiful cloud that is just arriving at the top of these mountains in the coast of Itacoatiara in Niterói city. So this was clean, all clean just 10 minutes ago. And before scheduling this tour, it was all clean. A few clouds on the sky. Today is cloudy. It's 4:50 here. And at 5:30, Sayuri Koshima will start her sunset tour in Salvador. So today, I want to do this hike here another day because today I came first to check if the signal would work out all right. So then I can schedule a whole 45 minutes tour in the Costão de Itacoatiara. But I'm just sharing a snippet here to get your feedback and see if the connection is really good. And good news is, like for the many hikes I know I do in Rio, none of them really allow me to do this transmission. But in Costão de Itacoatiara, I just found out that we actually have connection. So that's awesome. I'm glad to see that we have connection around here. That's great. Now, getting back, the cloud is coming. And behind this mountain, I will show you a few of these mountains here. We have another beach, the Itaipuaçu. We will go up a little bit in the mountains. And we have these mountains here just in front of me where this beautiful cloud is coming in and where the Elephant Rock is located. There, Elephant Rock. The Needle Rock. Problema na bateria. And the Telegraph Rock here. Now, going to the left with the camera, we can see a view to Niterói city and some of these beautiful landscapes of Niterói. Well, because the clouds arrived here, now it became it became darker around. But I can share a little bit of that with you. So down here is the Itacoatiara beach in Niterói. It's a very nice place, Itacoatiara. It's a neighborhood in Niterói. Hi, Ramsey. Thanks for coming back. And that's let me introduce my friend who arrived here. This is my partner for adventures, Renato.
Olá, hello.
Hey, yes. You see everybody saying hello. They really like you being around. So sometimes I work with Danielle to do some routes, some cultural routes, a beach tour. Or I've met like Tati already, Tati Araújo from Rio. And I'm planning a trip to Bahia in order to meet Sayuri in Salvador. And I'll pass by other beaches as well in other cities in Bahia because I love Bahia. And today I'm with my partner for adventures, Renato, and we've been like for more than months waiting for a moment where we could share landscapes from Rio with you, ladies and gentlemen. So time has come. Yeah, it's gostoso que você estava tirando foto. Time has come because we've tested different tours in the Tijuca forest, which is, do you see there on the back, the mountain range? Right there on the back, there. All that mountain range is from the Tijuca National Park. Ciao, Luigi! Come sei? So those mountains there, this mountain range is the Tijuca National Park, and I've tested different routes. And yes, you can see the Sugarloaf Mountain. It's right there. Oops.
Morro das Andorinhas.
These are the hills of Andorinhas down here. And we want to make a hike all the way through this mountain crest, all the way there. And also on the back here is the Pedra da Gávea. See here on the back there is Pedra da Gávea in Rio de Janeiro. And on this tour, when I do it on a longer tour, I'm going to make and talk about the Tijuca forest and the reforestation project that started then in 1861. Today, we can see the vegetation here of Niterói, of the Serra da Tiririca. Serra da Tiririca, a place where Charles Darwin passed by, and there are different paths around Serra da Tiririca with different trails where Darwin actually walked through while he was on this caravan expedition through the Americas, and he was formulating by that time the theory of the evolution of the species. So he passed by this region here of Serra da Tiririca with his boat, and we are going up on these rocks here to show you a little bit higher, the higher view of this region. and I'm glad we have connections. So when Charles Darwin passed by here, he really was writing on his diaries of this um, trip about the beauties of Serra da Tiririca. Around here, he was seeing about the beautiful landscape and views to the city, besides also the vegetation and the richness of its flora and fauna. He was saying that, like, how rich it was with its trees and all the vegetation around in the area. And he actually went on a trip to the side of what today is the Itaipuaçu beach, on the other side here on the right. So behind this mountain of the Elephant Mountain, we will start to see, how can I say, the point, the tiny point of of a beach, where the Itaipuaçu beach is located. So Darwin, he came by and he passed by that region all the way to Maricá city while continuing this trip. So what I'm gonna do today, I'm doing this introduction here with you, and I will schedule another tour where I will bring more information about Charles Darwin and some of the reforestation projects that took place in this area. So already when Charles Darwin passed by here in this region, there were plantation farms of coffee plantations and areas that were already devastated. While in that moment, still Niterói had a lot of its flora and forests preserved. In Rio de Janeiro, it was most of the Tijuca forest around the urban area were mostly devastated already with the coffee plantation farms. So there you can start to see the tip of Itaipuaçu Beach, and with his ship, he crossed around the Atlantic Ocean in this region here. And so I will tell you on the next tour about the Tijuca Forest Reforestation Project and how has all the changes made in this area also contributed to changing for climate change, and how what is the situation of these forests today, the results of this project, and also reforestation and refauna projects, and also a little bit of the how Darwin shared his diary while passing through this region here. So there is a curiosity that maybe he, throughout his trip here, was one of the places where he first started to think about his theory of the evolution of the species. And what the evolution of the species is about. Let's point out the Sugarloaf Mountain again. So here is the Sugarloaf Mountain and a beautiful view to the Tijuca Forest. There, the mountain range behind this one, there on the back is Rio de Janeiro, the Atlantic Ocean all around. And you see different peaks that we pass by and Renato and I usually hike to. So the evolution of the species. Hi, Julian. Hi, Hans. Thanks for joining. So Darwin, during this trip of his expedition, he went through different places of Brazil, in the interior as well, and he collected species of all sorts in different areas. He was really an adventurous scientist of his time, a young man who was very curious, and he was entering places that we uh, couldn't imagine, like interior of the country, very far remote areas as well, not only the shores. And he was collecting different species of places that he was traveling to carry back to Europe. And some species are in your museums, in your natural museums, where you can find them when you visit these museums. And well, the evolution of these species will take place and happen as a phenomena of adaptation of each species to their environment. So basically, generations and generations of these species development that will allow each species to better survive their environment according either to the environmental changes of different times and also the genetic changes that take place. So, if, for example, a certain species develop better if they have a longer tail, for example, or a shorter tail, if in one boom of a baby, let's say when the baby of those species being born, if there is one who is born with a shorter tail and that one is able to adapt and live and thrive, then with the genetics of that species, when it reproduces again and generates more species of short tails that are better adapted to that environment, and they survive more than the ones with longer tails, then it will generate future generations of species that are better adapted. But to find out about these, Darwin's had traveled around the world. Thank you, Lisa, for your support. Darwin has traveled around the world observing the ecosystems, the biomasses, and these different species, and how different same types of animal families they were, and which specific characteristics they held in the different geographic areas where they were located, with different things influencing them, either climate, the amount of light, the type of vegetation, the resources and natural resources available on that. So it's very beautiful how he analyzed all of that, and throughout his life, he was able to come up with this genius observation in a moment where scientists were already, how can I say, resonating about different theories and different possibilities of life and the development of life and evolution in Earth. So you see there, this cloud is already even covering the Tijuca forest there on the back. Hi, Rael. Thank you so much for your support. Many people joined, and we are actually getting to the end of this snippet. It's a sneak peek for a future longer tour that I will be talking more about. Let's show a little bit more then. In a future tour, I will be talking more about Darwin's endeavors in this region. And from this part here, we can see more of the Itaipuaçu Beach, Maricá, and Saquarema. There are different routes throughout this coast where Charles Darwin actually went through. There the cloud is even covering more. Look at this beautiful inflorescencia there. So what you see is the coastal vegetation of these bushes. They have usually thicker leaves to adapt to the sun, to the heat, to less water supply. And this is an inflorescencia. So do you know what an inflorescencia is? An inflorescencia, I don't know how to say that word in English though. It's instead of being one flower from a bromelia, that's actually a set of different flowers together from that little trunk there. So these are bromeliads. And the bromelias, they're very important to create and generate these ecosystems here because they are actually inside of their leaves. They not only retain water and become as reservoirs for water, which is good for what? For the life of the fauna insects and other animals such as spiders to come and drink water in these natural reservoirs, and also keeping this water to the plants on the surroundings. So look at these smaller ecosystems. Mostra esse ecossistema aqui. So they are very typical in top of rocks in the Serra da Tiririca, in the rocks here in the coast. They create these islands of bushes where you actually have a very diverse type of plants, such as in Oregon, you have in the deserts, these areas with the bushes, and I love the desert in Oregon. I love deserts also. And actually, these beautiful vegetation on the surroundings. This tree here, they usually give flowers, tiny flowers, which the bumblebees and other Brazilian bees they really like. And these small fruits, they that you actually can't see very well through this light now, but they attract a lot of birds at the top of the mountain. All right, here are the lichens, and the lichens they are they are they are this they are this collection of like this community of lichens, uh, moss, moss with algae. I don't know if I'm saying the plural right. And they are together here, and they help to create an environment of protection for the humidity within the plant as well. And they are very nice thermometers for capturing the quality of the air in these biomasses. All right, so let's move place our here the connection. We need to recover the connection a little bit more. And I'm going to switch the camera back because we're getting to the end of this tour. So let's find a nice landscape on the back. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, here we are. We are at the top of the Itacoatiara Hill in Niterói. Thank you all who had joined last time, last minute as well. This is an invitation. I'm Kelly Tavares. He is my friend partner Renato, my partner for adventures. Oh, nice. And what I'm going to do, I will schedule another time where I will share more about Charles Darwin adventures, scientific adventures here in Itacoatiara region in Niterói. Okay, that's going to be more of a full tour. Today, I just wanted to like give you a snippet to put you a taste of this beautiful landscape on the back. And I will try to schedule this to the sunset time when we actually have a beautiful sunset, one of the best pictures to Rio de Janeiro from here. Okay? And I will finish this sharing that view. And what I'm going to do, hi Diane, thank you so much for your support. Where you actually see the clouds there on the back. When I schedule the tour, I will talk more about Charles Darwin. I will bring more about climate change and the influences of these landscapes in Rio and in the Tijuca Forest. I will talk about the Tijuca Forest and National Park, since from there I don't have connections there, so I will talk from here. And I will share a beautiful sunset. Today, well, actually, if on the day when I schedule, I have a very nice, not cloudy, I will be able to share the sunset. Otherwise, this is going to be cloudy, but I hope not. I have a lot of positive thoughts that that's going to work and it's going to be great. Yeah, that's going to be cool. Thank you so much, all of you who had stayed with me. Thank you, Britty, for your support. Thanks for being here with me, listening to some of these stories. And please remember to follow me at Rio Encantos Experiences on Instagram or YouTube, social media in general, Facebook. Feel free to connect and say, hey, Kelly, I'm particularly interested interested on that aspect of Darwin's trip in Rio, would you please bring something about it? And I can do some extra research and bring that for you, okay? I'm so happy that for this first time, I'm able to share some of the Rios and Niterói's landscape with you because we do have signal here. Now, please, in about 19 minutes, Sayuri Koshima will be starting her sunset tour in Salvador, Bahia. So please keep up with my friends. She gives such beautiful sunset tours. And bye bye. See you soon. Thank you, Britty. Thank you all. Thank you, Renee. Thank you all who come back. Goodbye. Bye bye. See you soon. Bye, Britty. Bye, Renee, Diane. Thank you so much for your support. Bye, Aileen, Sue. Cheers and hugs to for you all in who are in Oregon as well. Please say hello to the Oregonians because I have good friends there. Thank you, Rael, for your support as well. Follow me at Rio Encantus, RIOENCANTOS, Rio Encantus. Bye, Darlene, HM, all of you. Bye bye, Aaron. Come back. Keep posted. I will launch a new date for this tour. Just follow me. Click on the buttons here on the screen and follow me for the future full tour of Charles Darwin paths in Itacoatiara. Goodbye. Bye.